It's been a while since I had my hands on a relaxing farming game. Ever since Stardew Valley kicked in the door a couple of years ago, the genre seems to have been revived, but to be honest, after my time with Stardew Valley 1.5, I kinda turned to other kinds of games and almost completely forgot about farming sims. This was the case until Calamity Bay Games reached out to me, and asking whether I wanted to check their game that just got released on Steam, and well, here's how it went. Self-described as a story-driven survival farm RPG, Veil of Dust follows the good old formula that we all love and cherish. Do we have a land to grow stuff on? Check. Can we forage and craft? Check. Can we upgrade our tools and house and equipment? Check. But as we know, these can but form a solid base, they won't make a game anything special. That's all about the characters and the story that unravels more about the world itself. And Veil of Dust covered that as well. In fact, it mainly focuses on the story and the characters. Our protagonists are the Callahan siblings, Shane and Ayn, as they learn to cope in the wake of the complete upset of their lives, learn how to start over. It's a journey through magic, intrigue, small town politics and some dangerous magical beasts. Since the game is currently in early access, we can only play in as Ayn, the more magical one of the siblings. She's the link to everything magical around these lands. I do not wish to spoil too much about her powers or how she came to use them, so let's just say she'll be able to fight or distract with magic and use it for farming. Herself and Shane will be the center points of the story, but we'll only know about her thoughts. Shane will have his own problems and ways of thinking. This we will only get to know when he acts upon them or vocalizes them. The main story has a lot to do with their past and with their magical powers and monsters who come to threaten their livelihood. This journey will take the two to different lands and areas, and the map expands as we progress. The player will meet interesting characters, let them be animals, humans, or something magical. These characters are carefully written, and they have their own past and motives, which is one of the telling points of a compelling story. Enough balancing on the edge of spoilers though, let's talk about the mechanics and the farming part of the game. Living far from the town won't be easy, but luckily we'll have a tiny plot of land where we can do the farming, and the neighboring territories will also be there for us to forage and hunt. Food will be crucial in this game to bolster our stamina, health and morale, and also for trading, as this will be our resource of income and thus our currency for shopping. As far as hunting goes, we'll have to get intel from a friendly owl where to find prey, and then we'll have to track it down so we can hunt the prey. Farming follows the usual formula: plant, water, and when the crops are ready, it's time for harvesting. And with that we arrive to the cooking part. As we know, frontier cuisine is more about filling bellies than making an impression, so we start off with a handful of recipes, but after upgrading our kitchenette more and more stuff can be cooked and prepared to serve us on the long run. From porridge to jam to roasted meat, our heroes can and will make everything they can find and hunt. Of course, survival isn't just about finding food and shelter, it's about making life worth living, and what can be more fulfilling than supporting our loved ones and gaining attention of potential love interests. Already in its current state, the game offers access to all the romantic storylines. As far as the mechanics of it, it's the good old talking and gifting kind of saga, but the writing makes it worthwhile, so get in there and find digital love. When it comes to the controls, it's all about the WASD and the mouse. The controls are mostly fine, exception being climbing in this game. I'm not sure if I'm to blame, but sometimes I could not climb things I thought I could, sometimes I could where I thought I could not, but really that's the only issue I have with the game itself. Combat system is okay, you're unlikely to confuse it with Diablo, but it's not the focus point either, so it's just a mild spice. When it comes to the music, I was surprisingly pleased with it, as its calming and soothing melodies of this game definitely calmed my nerves after a long day of work. All in all, I can wholeheartedly suggest this game to anyone who has an interest in farming sims, or those that love a dash of fantasy and romance. Although the game is still in EA, it's already great fun, most of it is already polished, and the developers have a Trello board running that they regularly check for community input. Before I leave, I'd like to thank Calamity Bay Games for the opportunity to take a look at this world, and I'd like to wish you guys a good luck with the remainder of the development and the eventual release. Now, that is for me today. If you enjoyed this review, please leave a like and be sure to subscribe. And as always, once again, thanks for watching. This has been Galeee, goodbye. Escape pod, over and out.